in this scenario, I'm going to talk about different age class of the deer we're hunting. The moon is going to be overhead or underneath 6 hours after first light. So daylight, 6 o'clock. 12 o'clock, the moon's going to be overhead or underneath. That's going to be the time that a deer are going to want to move. Now, a part of the discussion is, as a buck gets older, as he turns 4 1/2, 5 1/2, 6 1/2, he's not going to move as much. And he's going to select an area that is very dense to bed down in. He's going to find some spot in these dense environments that he feels safe, that the wind's right. You may not understand why, I may not understand why, but he selected a spot and he chooses not to move very much at all. But this time, that 12 o'clock time, is in some cases he's going to get up and take advantage of a feeding opportunity. He's not going to leave the protection of his dense habitat that he's in. So in order to be successful killing that guy, if you found sign of this older, mature buck in this thick stuff, it's hard to get to him. He's set up for the wind, he's set up for noise, he's set up for visual. He knows that he's safe there. So what you have to do is try to get along the edge. If you're really going to be successful, you need to find a food source close to the edge that you can get to it, that you can see it, that you can have access to it and get into it before he has a chance to know you're there or gets busted by the wind. So this, in some cases, is a hard buck to find, but when that moon is overhead at 12, he's going to get up and move. He may only move 60 yards. He may only move 80 yards. Be extremely quiet going in, get set up, have the wind in your face, and hope there's a little opening that you're going to be able to get a shot, because he's going to get up and move, and he's going to feed, and he's probably going to feed on just whatever's available. He's not going after a hard food source. He's just going to feel safe. You're going to only kill him if you can get an opportunity to see him before he knows you're there. The other option is the younger bucks, the 1 1/2, 2 1/2, 3 1/2 year old bucks. Now they're the ones that are most active. They're the ones that's traveling farthest. 3 1/2 year old buck, I mean, this guy is a 19-year-old boy that he's going to every place that he thinks the girls are. 2 1/2 year old bucks kind of doing the same thing. 1.5 years is basically following the does, because that's the habit he's in. But if you're trying to kill a quality 3 1/2 year old buck, you can find him back on these ridges. You can find him close to those daytime safety zones. Now, in this scenario, remember, the moon is overhead at 12 o'clock or underneath. These deer are going to be in their daytime safety zones. They're bedded down. They're taking advantage of the wind. They're taking advantage of being able to look down. They're feeling fairly safe. That moon gets overhead, and he's now compelled to stand up. He's going to get up, and he's going to go and travel along that ridge that he's been bedded down next to. He's going to go and find the food sources that are available. In order to be successful, you got to get in there with him and not be seen. So you can't just come tramping up the hill, nor can you just come in from behind, because what you'll see, and we've got a video that shows it, when the air is coming over a ridge, it basically passes over the ridge and creates an eddy. So all the scent coming over actually comes over and begins to spread all the way down this ridge. So if you're coming up behind him, you're busted. You might as well not even go, because he's already gone. If you're come tramping along in front, well, he sees you, and we've all seen it. 1, 2 jumps, he's over the top. So you have to come up from the ends of the ridges. You have to go parallel, you have to go easy, and then you try to get set up. You've got to be quiet. You have to control your scent. Otherwise, you won't get a shot at this deer.